In fact, we're going to have more with Scotty Campbell on SSP TV News soon in the new year in 2020, so look out for that story. He had a good start to the basketball season, co-captain of the basketball team with Andrew Vida. They split 1-1 at the Manheim Township tip-off tournament, Dave, but an impressive weekend and kind of what you expected from Hazelton, I guess, those two older leaders kind of leading the way and then some of the younger guys filling in for the Cougars in this first weekend.
Yeah, when you look at the team, they are the most experienced players, and Coach Joseph said he's never had a more obvious choices as to name his team co-captains this year, and Scotty and Andrew. Andrew's been with the program since he's a freshman, and he started out really well this year as well. He does a lot of things with basketball, and they're counting on him to be the leader in the backcourt. And Scotty's a shooter, can shoot lights out from anywhere on the floor. He really works on that. He's got good genes as well. I mean, he's a cousin of the Panutis brothers as well, and we all know what the legacy they established. And Scotty's making his own name for himself. Besides track and field basketball, you could tell he's being more of a leader, and I'm anxious to see them, in their first home game this week. Because he's just a fine basketball player, and when you have guys like Andrew and Scotty too, it raises the level of play of the other players, and until they get more experience, they'll be the leaders. But I think before season's end, you're going to see that's going to be a good basketball team.
Dave, were you impressed? It's the first weekend of the season with this younger Cougar team. Scotty Campbell, by the way, named to that all-tournament team in Manheim Township. And I think Coach Joseph said, to go into District 3, get a win like they did, to see how they responded in their first action, some of these younger guys being competitive for the Hazelton Area High School and getting a win.
I think it's important, too, especially coming after a loss. They lost the first game. Coach Joseph was admittedly disappointed. He thought that they could win that first game against the Manheim Township, the host team in the tournament. They didn't do it, but they didn't back down. They had a fast start, a 13-2 start to the game against Elizabethtown on Saturday. Elizabethtown rallies, pulls within 13-13 into a tie at the end of the quarter. What do the Cougars do? They scored 28 points in the second quarter. So I think Coach Joseph was worried in the beginning of the season about where his offense was going to come from. They showed a little bit on Saturday. They showed that they could force turnovers, get the ball in the hands of their shooters, their leaders, Andrew and Scotty. And then you got a player like Angel Cruz, a junior, who's coming on. He was on the varsity a little bit last year. He saw some time, mostly JV. Strong inside presence, and there's a lot of role players just starting their varsity careers now too. But there's some talent there again, but it's going to take those senior leaders, and they have two really good ones.